Stress in the workplace. Stress is evident in many work environments and is an emotion that many people have experienced in their everyday lives. Stress can physically strain the body and wear a person out. As well as mentally, stress can impact a person through depression and through making them feel unmotivated. Workplace stress is concerning because it can affect your health. Those who work long hours and take fewer days off can physically harm themselves in the long run. Eventually, the body will start to wear out and slow down, affecting their well-being. I chose to research this topic because I was interested in being able to distinguish between the different kinds of stress and their impact on the human body. What kind of stressors are most evident in the workplace? Workload and work pace are one of the most standout stressors in work environments. Employees are too focused on completing a task and moving on to the next one, as well as working at a desired speed. This causes them to overwork themselves and to pile up on too many activities at once that can cause them stress, mentally and physically. Another kind of stressor in the workplace are career concerns. Workers often worry about their job security, demotion, and other career progression concerns. This causes them to have a lot on their mind, which can then lead to being a stressor. Content and control issues. Some employees feel like the job that they are doing does not exert all their qualifications and allow for the full use of their potentials. They feel as if their jobs are getting repetitive. Thus, also making employees feel like they are no longer in control of how and when to complete their tasks. How does stress impact the body? There are physical, mental, and behavioral ways that stress can impact the body. Physically, stress impacts the body with headaches, nausea, and dizziness. There are some diseases that have been linked to the physical stress like coronary heart disease, high blood pressure, asthma, and ulcers. Mentally, psychological stress can also alter your mood and cognitive functioning. Some feel unproductive or pertain to negative misconceptions of their work, which then increases their stress more. Behavioral strains. Individuals under increased stress may develop nervous habits like biting nails and fidgeting, or other kinds of reactions. This can also lead to an induced alcohol consumption and drug addictions. What are ways to manage or prevent stress overload? There are a few stress managing interventions that workers can use to prevent stress overload. Avoid overworking and picking up too many responsibilities at once. It is crucial to take time off and relax once in a while. It can be dangerous for a worker's health to be aggressively involved in completing a work task. Be resilient. This will allow workers to be able to work in stressful environments and bounce back easily. Soothing the mind and allowing a sense of peace will deprive the body of any stress you will take home from work. You can induce this by doing meditation or yoga. What are ways to manage or prevent stress overload? Good social support. Ensuring that there is good relationships between coworkers gives a sense of security, allowing employees to feel like they can rely on one another. This reduces stress overload. This also builds rapport, which means that coworkers will be willingly able to trust one another and open up, allowing there to be a positive atmosphere. Lastly, it is important to seek medical services or counseling support groups if the stress has gone to a dangerous level. There are many websites or anonymous phone lines you can call. Where does stress in the workplace derive from? Unfair environments can produce stress in the workplace. Unfairness can cause many employees depression and anxiety. Work environments that participate in favoritism can lower the self-esteem of other employees, causing trust issues to form and a sense of competition between coworkers. This arises competition between coworkers, which then results in employees working harder and longer hours to earn value. An employee can feel the strain of workplace stress by feeling powerless in their position. When workers are given too much responsibility but not enough credit or authority for their jobs, they start to feel unappreciated. This can lead to feelings of anxiety and unimportance. When employees provide exceptional performance, they deserve credit or some type of appreciation. How can we prevent stress in the workplace? The key way of removing stress from the workplace is to firstly be able to identify it. Distributing surveys across the team and recording the feedback is an excellent way to give workers a voice. This allows them to feel comfortable and important in their workplace. Creating a motivating and hardworking environment is crucial to preventing stress. A place where both superiors and workers can both work alongside each other equally diminishes all feelings of anxiety. By improving the overall atmosphere of the workplace, this will decrease any room for stress. Recommendations. After conducting my research and gaining knowledge about stress in the workplace, I have come up with some recommendations in terms of dealing with stress in work environments in regards to safety in the workplace. Firstly, I think that most workplace stress is caused from overworking and being unorganized. For this, I would recommend having weekly or monthly planners to avoid overworking, and it would also help with keeping on task. I would also recommend having scheduling done in an organized manner, allowing all employees the same benefits and privileges. By doing this, there will be no conflicts of vacation times or some employees overworking themselves over others. Additionally, I would recommend that each worker be strictly given a maximum of 40 hours a week, if full-time, or 20 hours if part-time. This will allow no unjust work environments to take place. Employee logging hours should also be closely monitored so that this rule is not broken. This will prevent any employee from overworking themselves. My last recommendation is that safety should be well enforced in the workplace. For example, there should be hazard signs wherever permissible and if the work being done requires it. Each employee should also be given a safety evaluation every month to ensure that they are up to date with safety guidelines and regulations. This will prevent any miscommunication or misunderstanding when it comes to safety protocol. In conclusion, after conducting my research about stress in the workplace, I was able to identify the different kinds of stress and the separate ways that it affects our bodies, either physically, mentally, or through behavior. I learned that stress is different for everybody and it can partake in many different levels. This research has helped me acquire a better sense of how stress adapts in the workplace as well, and the different interventions I can take to avoid stress overload. Therefore, improving my own stress managing skills at the end of the day. I hope to use all this knowledge that I've gained about stress in the workplace for when I find myself in future situations that will benefit from this. And these are just my references. Thank you.